Think of human language like a mechanical system. For information to move from my brain to yours, the gears of the sentence need to turn smoothly. But when a structure creates too much friction, it slows the entire process down. We see this friction here. Rahim is a good boy. Rahim goes to Rahim's school every day, so Rahim can teach Rahim English. This clunky structure forces the listener to reprocess the same specific noun 5 times in 2 sentences. Every time you repeat a noun, you add a small amount of cognitive weight to the conversation. In a longer dialogue, this redundancy exhausts the listener and forces the transfer of information to a crawl. This is where the pronoun functions as a mechanical shortcut. It is a category of words designed to step in for the noun, clearing out the repetitive data while keeping the meaning intact. These 8 categories manage specific points of linguistic friction. They serve as the structural framework that allows us to skip repetitive nouns and keep a conversation moving at the pace of thought. Different linguistic bottlenecks require different tools. To see how these shortcuts work, we look at how language handles common references, beginning with direct identity. Personal pronouns, words like I, you, he, she, it, we, and they, serve as direct substitutes for specific people or things. They allow us to establish the subject once and then move on. To establish ownership without repeating the name of the owner and the object, we use possessive pronouns: mine, yours, his, hers, ours, and theirs. Reflexive pronouns, like myself, yourself, himself, and herself, handle closed-loop actions. They signal that the subject and the object are the same entity, preventing the need to name the person a second time. For referencing objects in physical space, we use demonstrative pronouns. Words like this, that, these, and those act as navigational pointers, identifying objects based on their proximity to the speaker. These first 4 categories manage our physical and identity-based references. They ensure that we can describe who is involved and where things are without the sentence becoming bogged down in names. However, language also has to function when the noun is unknown or when we need to refer to massive, undefined groups. Interrogative pronouns, who, whom, which, and what, act as placeholders for missing information. They allow us to build a question around a noun before we even know what that noun is. Relative pronouns like who, that, and which function as connectors. They allow us to attach a second clause to a noun seamlessly, expanding the sentence's detail without requiring a full restart. For broad groups, we use indefinite pronouns like someone, everyone, and nothing. These allow us to reference large, non-specific masses of people or objects using a single efficient term. Finally, distributive pronouns, each, either, and neither, allow us to point to individual members within a group, maintaining specificity even when discussing a crowd. These tools allow us to manage abstract ideas and group dynamics. Without them, even a simple question would require a long, convoluted explanation just to identify the subject. With the full toolkit in place, we can return to our original high-friction sentence and apply these shortcuts. We can now replace the redundant nouns. By deploying personal, possessive, and reflexive pronouns, we clear the repetitive data from the structure. The word count drops and the structure compresses. We've reduced the amount of information the listener has to process while keeping the meaning exactly the same. Rahim is a good boy. He goes to his school every day so he can teach himself English. The sentence now moves with a natural conversational rhythm. These 8 categories represent the specific mechanical solutions language uses to handle nouns. By utilizing them, a sentence shifts from a series of repetitive data points to a fluid, logical sequence. If you found this breakdown of pronoun mechanics helpful, please like the video, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more insights into how the English language works. See you in the next one.